Many of the teachers and also school counselors do refer to a psychologist, saying that this child has a lot of mood swings or this adolescent has a lot of mood swings and he doesn't concentrate or sit in one place. So he must be having ADHD, because most of the teachers push the students in a cluster called as ADHD. They feel that teachers as students they have ADHD because they don't concentrate and they have a lot of mood swings. So for us, it is very important for us to diagnose children. ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I mean, they don't have the attention span. Obviously, any kid is that way. So, is he diagnosed, or is it like, obviously, is he behaving in a certain way? That's because obviously he is a kid and he is enjoying in school. So, we need to diagnose, and there are a number of things to rule out, maybe a bipolar disorder or maybe a number of disorders. And there's a book called as Diagnostical Statistical Manual, DSM. So, Diagnostical Statistical Manual, I mean, that's a red color book, which you have it in Amazon also, the latest version. I have Diagnostical Statistical Manual 4. I mean, that will help you with if at all you have to diagnose a child, you have to diagnose a child that the child is ADHD. You have a number of symptomology there. Then only you can actually diagnose a child per se, saying that he has ADHD. You can't just name a child because he's not able to concentrate in class just like ADHD, because you need to know the symptomology. You need to know whether it is mapping to the different symptoms of a ADHD client. Now, there can be a number of reasons, like, is it a reason of poor parenting? Is it a reason of marital discord? Even that shows a lot, because child is not, or a child or adolescent is not able to express certain things at home. So they tend to be very hyperactive at school because that is the way they express their feelings. So this is something which we need to know. And when we are diagnosing, we also have to understand the family's psychopathology also. Is it something in the biological component? We have to rule that out. So if there is a biological component running down in the family, saying that it's hereditary, that there's been some or the other kind of mental instability or mental issues, we need to actually maybe taking care of the biological component. Maybe an EEG or an MRI, working with a neurologist or a psychiatrist, will help us to understand that this is ruled out, or if there are any issues down there. That is very important. And the many factors with the child or an adolescent behaves in a certain way. For example, it can be social isolation, it can be poor parent and child relationships, it can be a lot of agitation in the family or a lot of disturbance in the family. So, n number of factors do play a role. And for assessment, we actually use certain checklists which are useful, and you'll have the links of this so that you can actually have a look at these assessment, like childhood assessment scale, and you have corners assessment scale. Now these two are, and the n number of pencil and paper tests, projective tests. So you have these links in this module attached so that you can have a look at the sample. How does this checklist look like? Yes. So let's get into the next part. And you're doing great. And there's a checkpoint question also here for you to answer.